Hey guys, Mike here. So today I'm here to talk to you about 1991's Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, starring Alex Winter as Bill and Keanu Reeves as Ted. In Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, a tyrant from the future sends back two android doubles of Bill and Ted to kill the originals. And so we have Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. So guys, again, this was a review that no one's asked for. This is just one that I wanted to watch because I intend on watching Bill and Ted Face the Music, so I figured I'd need to watch the first two Bill and Ted movies. I've already reviewed Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, and now I'm reviewing Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. So, what did I think of Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey? Well, normally in comedy sequels, they tend to be more or less exactly the same as the original. And you'd go into this movie probably thinking, alright, they're going to go to the past again, they're going to collect different historical figures to pass a different class from their school. But in actual fact, Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey is hardly anything like the first movie, because instead of going to the past to collect historical figures, they're killed by their android clones, they face death, they go to hell, they face death again, they go to heaven to find scientists to build robots to defeat their evil selves. I mean, what part of that sounds anything similar to the first film? So already, you've got a clear distinction between the two movies. And for a reviewing standpoint, that makes each movie feel like its own entity. Because honestly, I thought talking about both movies back to back, it would have been hard to kind of pick out differences between each of the movies. But honestly, because the two of them are so different, it's very easy to talk about the differences. Then obviously, you've got Bill and Ted again, who are still as entertaining as they were in the first film. They're still as entertaining, funny, energetic, and they're still as dumb as they were in the last film as well. But at the same time, you can see the journey that these two are going on, growing as characters. At times, some of their development is rushed, but for the most part, this does feel like a natural progression for their characters. And as well, another great addition to this film is William Sadler's character of Death, who was just insanely entertaining. Pretty much from his bad Swedish accent to the fact that he's absolutely a ridiculously sore loser. And the scene where the three of them are just playing children's board games was insanely funny. Never in my life would I have thought that I'd hear Death say, "You sunk my battleship." That line alone is enough to see this film. And while I don't think this one is as funny as the first film, it definitely holds up in its own regard. And it is still very funny. But as well as being funny, it also manages to mix in quite a fair few horror tropes as well. Because when they go to hell, they each go to their own personal hells. And the imagery shown in these scenes is nothing short of terrifying. And I imagine scarred quite a few kids who watch this film. And as well as being scared, they are fairly creative as well. And as well, if you thought that Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure was a bit ridiculous and a bit silly, then you are not ready for what this film has to offer. It doubles down on the silly, it doubles down on the ridiculous, it doubles down on the stupid, and it makes it all work brilliantly. And as well, it brings back some of the more familiar humour from the last film. Overall, guys, this was a very enjoyable film. While I don't think that this one was as good as the first one, it was still very enjoyable that had a lot to offer. Bill and Ted are still as entertaining as they were in the first film. The new characters are really good as well. I love the mixing of genres. And as a whole, this film is very funny. But my only question is, with the way that this film ends, I'm wondering where they're going to go with the next Bill and Ted movie. Now, as some of you know, I don't watch trailers, so really I have actually no idea where this new Bill and Ted movie is going to go. To be honest, I'm not going into it with the highest of expectations, but if it can be anywhere as close as funny as these other two movies, then I bet I'm going to have a good time watching it. Only time will tell. Okay guys, that's my review of Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. Do you love it? Do you hate it? What do you think I should watch next? Whatever it is, drop it in the comments below. Until next time, I've been Michael. See ya!